All right, guys, so continuing on with the theme of this unit, which is the relationship between angles, we have done angles with right angles, with straight lines, we've done vertical angles, we just finished up parallel lines, and so now we're going to start talking about angles within triangles and their different relationships. So in this video, we're going to talk about two theorems, and the word theorem means something that's always true. And so we're going to come up with some rules that are always true for every single triangle. So you could do this at home. I'll show you in class tomorrow. If you take a triangle and tear off each of its corners, corner A, corner B, and corner C, which really just represent the triangle's angles, and if you line them all up, what you'll notice is that putting angle A and putting angle B and putting angle C together results in an overall straight line being formed. So you can see that together they form a straight line. Which we know measures 180 degrees, so we know that the angles in a triangle must add up to 180 degrees. And so that's exactly what the triangle sum theorem says. In words, it says that the sum of the interior angles, so the angles inside a triangle, is 180 degrees. So in Mathese, we know that angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3, when I add the three angles up, I'm going to get 180 degrees. And that's true because it's a theorem. It's always true for every triangle. So if I look at the examples, they want me to find the missing angle given the other two angles. So again, I know that angle 1 plus angle 2, which is 72 degrees, plus angle 3, which is 65 degrees, has to equal 180 degrees. So angle 1 plus 137, which I get from combining my like terms, is going to be equal to 180. So I subtract 137 from 180 to get that angle 1 is 43 degrees, which I could check by taking my calculator and adding up 43, 72, and 65 and seeing if I do in fact get 180 degrees. So over here, I want to find angle D, which I'm going to get by adding it with 41 degrees. And this block here we know means 90 degrees to get a total of 180 degrees. Every single triangle's angles add up to 180 degrees. So I have that angle D plus 131 is equal to 180. And if I subtract 131 from 180, I get that angle D has to be 49 degrees. Which if I plug that in and add up all three angles, I should get 180 degrees. So the exterior angle theorem has to do with angles outside of the triangle, as you can see at the top of the page with the different vocabulary. So this tells me to extend the base of the triangle and label the outside angle, angle 4. So I already know by the triangle sum theorem that the three inside angles have to add up to 180. I also know that angle 3 and angle 4, they're neighbors. So they form a straight line, which means that if I add them together, they're supplementary, they have to add up to 180 degrees. So since these are both equal to 180 degrees, they must be equal to each other. Anytime something equals the same amount, they must be equal to each other. So I know that angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 has to be equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. I just took the two equations I came up with and set them equal to each other. So if I cancel out the angle 3 that's on both sides, because angle 3 is the same no matter what, I'm left with angle 1 plus angle 2, that should be a 2, is equal to angle 4. So this exterior angle over here, angle 4, is equal to the two remote interior angles. Remote interior angles are the angles that are away from the exterior angle. So let's think about the exterior angle theorem with numbers. Let's say that angle 1 is 30 degrees and that angle 2 is 40 degrees. I know that the inside angles all have to add up to 180 degrees. So that means that angle 3 would have to be 110 degrees for all three angles to add up to 180. Well, I know that angle 3 and 4, they're neighbors, so they both have to add up to 180. So angle 4 has to be 70 degrees, which is the same thing as angle 1 and angle 2 added together, because those angles are supplementary. So in English, the exterior angle theorem says that the measure of the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. The remote interior angles are the angles that are not connected to the exterior angle. So in this case, the exterior angle is 70, so the remote interior angles are 40 and 30, since they're not attached. So as you can see in Mathanese, this means that angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 4, which we can specifically see that 30 plus 40 is equal to 70. So we want to find angle N two different ways. So angle N and 75 degrees are neighbors, which means that they have to add up to 180, which tells me that angle N has to be 105 degrees. If I use the exterior angle theorem says that the exterior angle is equal to the two remote interior angles. The remote interior angles are the ones not attached to the exterior angle, the one that are not neighbors. So 75 plus 30 is what the exterior angle is. 75 plus 30 is 105 degrees. So two different ways to get the angle N.